Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. My name is Ricky and I'm a photographer from Nottingham and I'm here to talk about my year of 2020.
Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. So we forgot to start this vlog.
I don't need no one to say you're complicated, 'cause I knew from the start this might be overrated. It's so typical, you wanna give it one more try, even though if your mind is telling you it's all a lie. Oh, I gotta wake up, this might be a breakup, 'cause I don't believe you when you say that you miss me. 'Cause where are your actions to prove me you're different? When I say I need you and you head the direction that's leading away from me, baby. I don't believe you.
Derivative. Oh, I did it. Derivative, right? Derivative. I can't. I'm too tired.
I don't believe you, no. I don't believe you, no. One thing I love about you is your dedication. It got me dreaming at the station. On my way home, oh, I gotta wake up. This might be a breakup, 'cause I don't believe you when you say that you miss me. 'Cause where are your actions to prove me you're different? When I say I need you and you head the direction that's leading away from me, baby.
Forgot words.
I don't believe you, no. 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 Oh, I gotta wake up. This might be a breakup, 'cause I don't believe you when you say that you miss me. 'Cause where are your actions to prove me you're different? When I say I need you and you head the direction that's leading away from me, baby.
I started working with them very closely and I started developing my skills as a photographer. And it wasn't until I left uni that I started teaching myself from YouTube. Here at the Nottingham meetup that I've organised. Hey, we were up at
So 2020 didn't actually start out the way you might have thought. 2020 actually started pretty horrific, to be honest. At the end of 2019, I suffered from severe mental health, and I don't speak about it very often, or publicly for that matter. But I suffered with massive depression and anxiety, and a whole load of other things that accumulated altogether. And I was getting the support that I needed. You know, I went to the doctors, I was on antidepressants, I went to, you know, countless counsellors, but to be honest with you, not a lot of it worked. So through my battle of depression, I decided to take a trip to the US, a country where I've never been to, a country I've always wanted to go to, but a country that would help me explore myself and be free. So I decided to take a trip out to New York. Mostly because I wanted to go see a friend who I haven't seen in God knows how many years. But it was also to explore the city, explore the history, and obviously taste their good food, you know. But through that, what I enjoyed the most was definitely something out of my comfort zone. And that was to take an open door helicopter flight over New York City. Now, that to me is very extreme, mostly because I'm actually scared of heights, like I'm petrified. But one of the reasons why I wanted to go was, as a photographer, one of the proudest things you can ever do is actually print a picture onto a wall. It's one of the greatest achievements as a photographer. And it's something that I've not experienced yet, and it's something that I wanted to. So one of my focuses when I was out in the US was to take a photo that I would, surely and behold, put onto a canvas. Now, bear in mind I've not done that yet, because one, I'm actually got something planned, which I'll talk to you about it later. But I wanted to get that photo that I could tell my story to when people see it. That's what I wanted to do. And so taking a trip over New York felt like a really, really stupid idea, to be honest. From going onto an open door helicopter flight seemed absolutely ridiculous, you know? You're there hovering over New York City at hundreds of feet in the air with your feet hanging out. It seems stupid, and to a guy who's absolutely petrified of heights, it's even more stupid. But I did it, and the results I got from it were amazing. The people I met there at the actual company was fantastic. So the second half of my trip, I was heading out to LA, a city that I didn't know, and a city I didn't really know anyone there. Whilst in New York, I had people there to show me around and show me restaurants to eat. In LA, I didn't have that. But in LA, what I did have was myself. LA gave me the chance to explore my mental space, my freedom, and really that was it. I came out with some great images, and I came out pretty much over my depression and anxiety. And so with that, it came to an end of my travel for 2020. So coming off my travels from the US, I started a new journey. I started a new chapter in my life that I never thought I'd do. A chapter that I was scared of, a chapter that I never thought I'd do, and a chapter that saw me leave my hometown. So I started working at Team Oasis, an all-inclusive youth centre that helped young adults with their physical well-being, their mental health, and also with their education. A charity that I felt like I had a purpose to help. My role at Team Oasis all started at the end of 2019, which was a bit strange because obviously I was going through my depression and anxiety. But I knew I needed a purpose, so I reached out to Paul and James, a good friends that I met at uni and whose dad actually owns Team Oasis. And I knew they were building a music studio, so I asked them if they needed a hand, and lo and behold, they said yes. So every weekend, I used to go down to Liverpool to help them set up the music studio. And don't get me wrong, I had no idea what I was doing, but I sort of learned, which was great. And so over time, the opportunity to actually stay on at Team Oasis came. And of course I said yes. So after my trip to the US, I decided to move to Liverpool and start working at Team Oasis full time. The charity is actually amazing. Like, the amount of people we help and the variety of people we help is just truly stunning. And I just can't believe that I actually work for these guys. But it's also given me an amazing team to work with. From the admin side to the photography and creative side. The opportunities we've got as a creative team has been amazing. You know, we've gone from working at bombed out churches to working with small businesses. It's actually been incredible with the amount of stuff given the opportunity to do. But it's also given me a great insight to what and how we can help our community. The next part of my year was a little bit strange and something that I never thought I'd see. So my good friend Tiff, who was another friend that I met through uni, decided to make a mini documentary about me working as a photographer and my passion and what motivates me as a photographer. So he decided to document me at my own photography meetup, which was again a little bit surreal. I've been to a couple of photography meetups in Nottingham, but I've never actually run and organised one myself. The last year saw me go back into music production. To a lot of you that doesn't really mean a lot, but to me it does. Now mostly because I actually went to uni to study it, and to be brutally honest with you, I hated it. And so I lost a love for music. But obviously working for Team Oasis and working on their studio, it sort of made sense for me to go back into music. So just when it was nearly finished, I went onto Instagram and searched #Liverpool songwriter to find someone who could come in and test record the studio to make sure everything worked the way it should. And in turn, I actually found an artist called Jodie Knights. And I basically messaged her and said, look, I'm sort of helping building this studio, and do you want to come in and help me test record it? And she was down and she said yes. So when she comes down, we have a little chat, and then we basically get onto a song that she literally just wrote about a week ago. A song where she only had vocals and guitar, and that whole day we actually managed to produce the whole song with piano, vocals, guitar, the whole lot. And it was an incredible feeling for me to get back into music, and it was sort of like the style that I wanted to go into. Obviously it wasn't pure gold, but it was a great start for me to go back in.
Having real bad dreams, and I've been losing people who I thought were my people. Yeah, I've been having bad dreams.
At the start of 2021, me and Jodie have decided to release a song called Fix It to Break It, which was originally sung by Clinton Kane. Now, if you haven't heard of him or even listened to him, please go check him out because he's such an incredible singer-songwriter. And so one of our biggest ambition is actually for him to actually listen to the song and actually watch the video that is going to be released with the song. So another thing that's happening this year is that I will actually be getting my own house. Technically, this is not my house, this is James's house, but we won't go into that. I will be creating my own house, and with it will come possibly YouTube videos on a tour of what the house looks like and what it will turn into. I'm hoping for it to have a film and music office, a smart house, and a load of tech. But that is my ambitions with the house. I think my other thing that I really want to do this year is to actually expand my creativity. Now, whether that be music, photography, video, or even more YouTube videos, I sort of want to do more of that. So that is probably going to be my biggest ambition of this year. So with that said, thank you for watching my recap of 2020 and my goals for 2021. If you haven't gone and checked me out, all my links are in the description down below. Go follow me on Instagram, follow this YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz, and I'll see you soon. Peace! Hello, this is Gino. Gino's great. Gino's a little goofball. He's like the dumbest dog you can ever meet. Ugh.